In today's video, I have brought a nice problem regarding arithmetic and number theory. Here is the following information. Here is the following setup for all x, y, and z as non-negative integers. So we have this following equation: x factorial plus 7 to the y equals 11 to the z. Okay. So by guessing with x, so we try to take a few values of x. As you increase in the value of x at some point, you find you have no solutions for this equation above that point. So we are going to consider that point, and then we are going to prove above that point there is no solution for this equation. Okay. So first of all, as we know, if x is superior or equal to 7, implies x factorial is superior or equal to 7 factorial. This implies x factorial is congruent to 0 mod 7. Why is it congruent to 0 mod 7? Because, as you know, x factorial will be start with the number 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, and so on and so forth. Okay? Always you have x factorial is divisible by number 7 as you start with number 7 as a first term in the factorial. Okay? So you have x factorial is congruent to 0 mod 7. By adding that term over there and with this term in this equation, by reducing this equation to the mod 7, we get this one is congruent to 0 mod 7. This one is congruent to 0 mod 7, which means 11 to the z is congruent to 0 mod 7. Okay? So this one is telling us number 7 divides 11, but it's not true because both numbers are prime numbers, so it's impossible to have 7 divides 11, which is contradiction, which means we have no solutions above this point. So which means x is inferior or equal to 6. So the solutions for this equation is in this interval. So now, since we get here, we have half of this answer. Okay, so now we know what's the x now, x in this set. Now we are going through each case. If x equals 0 or 1, by inserting 0 or 1 in this equation, to see we will have number 1, 0 factorial or 1 factorial is number 1, plus 7 to the y equals 11 to the z. Okay, so if you take a look at this equation, so we have these two terms are even, and this one, but this one is odd, which is impossible, which is contradiction, which means there is no solution for x equals 0 or 1. So let's move on to the next case. Let's check if x equals number 2. Implies I'm going to do the same thing by replacing this value of x into the original equation. So we'll have 2 factorial, which is number 2, plus 7 to the y equals 11 to the z. Okay? So I'm going to do the same thing by reducing this equation to the mod 7. I get this one is congruent to 0 mod 7. This one will vary 0. So I will have 11 to the z is congruent to mod 7 by comparing the remainder of each term of this equation. Okay, so I will have the values of z, and we will have the values of 11 to the z. This will be reduced to the mod 7. Okay, so we have the numbers 0, we have the integers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 5. So for the first term, we will have number 1, 11 to the 0, which is 1. 11 to the 1 is 11. We have 11 is 4 more than 7, which is 4. For number 2, 11 to the square, which is 121. 121 is the same as 7 is multiplied by 17 with a remainder 1. So I will have a number 1 as a remainder. Okay. 11 cubed is the same as 11 is multiplied by 11 squared. 11 squared, it was congruent to the 1. So 1 is multiplied by 11, which is 11. 11, it was congruent to the 4 mod 7, which is number 4. So for the term number 4. So for the integer number 4, I will have 11 to the 4. 11 to the 4 is the same as 11 squared is multiplied by 11 squared. 11 squared is the same as, is equivalent to 1. 1 is multiplied by 1, which is 1. So this one is equivalent to 1 mod 7. Okay? So we don't need to go further up because this is enough. This is kind of repeating 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, and so on and so forth. Okay? So what this one is telling us? It's telling us 11 to the z is belongs to this set. 1, 4. Okay? There is absence of number 2, which is impossible. Okay? So to have the solution for this equation, we must have number 2 here in this set in order to have this equation as a solution. Okay? So this, which means we have no solution for this equation due to the different remainder for each term of this equation. Okay? By reducing to the mod 7. So this is a contradiction, which is no solution also in this case. Let's move on to the next case. If x equals 3, by doing the same work, by replacing this one into this one, we'll get 3 factorial. 3 factorial is the same as number 6. Number 6 plus 7 to the y equals 11 to the z. So I'm going to do the same thing by reducing this to mod 7. I will have 11 to the z is equivalent to 6 mod 7. So I will have the same thing here. So we are going to do the same chart. We are going to leave the same chart as is it because it is dependent on 11 to the z mod 7. So we'll have the same chart. So since number 6 is not in this set, so as a reminder, which means we have no solutions also for this one. Okay? No solution. Let's move on to the next case. If x equals 4, x equals 4 is the same 4 factorial, so I'm going to insert this one into the original equation. You will have 4 factorial. 4 factorial is the same as 24. 24 plus 7 to the y equals 11 to the z. But this time I'm not going to reduce this one to mod 7 or 11. I'm going to reduce this one to mod 8 because we have 3, because 24 equals 3 is multiplied by 8. This one is arithmetically is a 0. It's congruent to 0 mod 8. So this one will have, so we'll have 7 to the y is congruent to 11 to the z, or 11 to the z is congruent to 7 to the y. It's the same thing. So we'll have 11 to the z is congruent to 7 to the y mod 8. This one is already 0 because it was reduced to the mod 8. So what to do now? So if you take a look carefully at number 7, we know number 7 equals 8 minus 1. I'm going to raise both sides to the y as an exponent. So as we know, if you reduce this one to mod 8, you will get 0. This one is 0. You get minus 1 to the y. Okay, on mod 7. So this one is a congruent minus 1 to the y mod 8. Okay? Sorry, I might say mod 8 here. Let's check with this one now by putting this chart over here. So we will have the same thing. We will have z. We will have 11 to the z. We will have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So this one is a mod 8. Is reduced to the mod 8. So by checking those numbers, 0, I will have number 1 here. As a reminder, I will have 11 to the 1, which is 11. 11, you have 3 number over 8, so which is 3. Let's check number 2. Number 2, 11 squared, which is 121. 121, 120. 120 is 8 is multiplied by 15, which is, we will have 1 be left as a reminder. We will have 1 here. So for the 11 cubed, it's more simple to calculate it. 11 cubed is the same as 11 squared is multiplied by 11. 11 squared is already calculated as number 1. Okay? Number 1 is multiplied by 11, which is 11. 11 has 3 more 8, which is congruent to 3 mod 8. Okay? So let's check number 4. Number 4 is the same as 11 to the 4, which is 11 squared is multiplied by 11 squared. 11 squared, it was number 1. It was congruent to number 1 is multiplied by 1, which is congruent to 1 minus 8. So we will have number 1 here. Okay? So we don't need to go further up. This is enough. We don't need to go further up. This is enough because it keeps repeating 1 3 1 3 and 1 3 and so on and so on. Okay, so now we are going to look at the parity of these terms. So 0 is given as 1, 1 is given as 3, 2 is given as 1, 2, 3 is given as 3. So we will have 1 and 3 this set. So 11, which means when we have even number 0, 2, 4, we get number 1. When we have odd number 1, 3, we get number 3. Okay? So I'm going to make the comparison between y and z in the exponents. Okay? Because to get number 1 here, we must have it as a 2n. What is n and m? I'm going to take this value and insert them into the original equation. Okay? By considering this case, we are working on this case now. So we will have 24 equals, by taking this 7 to the y to the right, I will get 11 to the z. It will be replaced with 11 to the 2m minus 7 to the 2n. This is the difference of two squares. I'm going to factor out this one on the form of the product. 11 to the m minus 7 to the n, factor 11 to the m plus 7 to the n, like this. Okay? So if you take a look carefully, so I'm going to switch this one, n and 10 must be super equal to 1, because this one will have 11 minus 7, which is 4. 4 is multiplied by 11. 4 is multiplied by 18 is bigger than 24, which is impossible, because this one is super equal to 18. This one is super equal to 4. Okay? Which is impossible. This product equals 24, which is have no solutions. No solutions when we have n and m is super equal to 1. If n equals m equals 0. Okay? So because we have this, because we have proven this one above the point number 1, not 0. Let's check at the 0. If n equals m equals 0, which is, this implies y equals z equals 0. So let's take this value of y and z, replace it into this equation. By replacing y and z with number 0, I will get 24 plus 1, which is 25. No solutions for this one. Let's check the other case. If n equals 0, but m is super equal to 1. Okay? If n equals 0, which means y equals 0. Okay? This one z is super equal to 1. Okay? 24 plus 1, which is 25. 25 equals 11 to the z. Since 25 is not the power of 11, which is not the solution as well. Let's check if n super equal to 1, but m equals 0. M equals 0 implies z equals 0. Replacing z with 0, I will get number 1 here. So which means 24 plus this 7 to the y equals 1, which is impossible. There is no solutions as well. Now let's move on to the next case when we have x equals 5. X equals 5. I'm going to do the same job. I will have 5 factorial. Factorial is the same as 120 plus 7 to the y equals 11 to the z. Okay? I'm going to reduce this one to mod 7. But I'm going to check if y is super equal to 1. I'm going to work on this assumption. If y if y is super equal to 1, I'm going to reduce this one to mod 7. Okay? So by reducing this one to mod 7, so as you know, 120 is the same as 7 is multiplied by 17 plus number 1. Okay? This one is arithmetically 0. If I'm going to reduce to the mod 7. Okay? So I will have 11 to the z is congruent to 1 mod 7. Okay? So I'm going to use the trick, and also I'm going to reduce 11 to number 4, because we know 11 is the same as 7 plus 4. 7 is congruent to 0 mod 7, and we will be left with 4 to the z is congruent to 1 mod 7. Like this, okay? Now I'm going to do this one in different way by applying the arithmetic definition. So this one equivalent 4 to the z is the same as 7 is multiplied by k plus a remainder number 1, whereas k is a sum integers. Also, this 4 to the z is the same as 2 squared to the z, which is I will have 2 to the 2z, okay, minus number 1 equals 7k. So this is written in the form of the 2 difference of 2 squares. I'm going to factor out that. I will have 2 to the z minus 1 factor 2 to the z plus number 1 equals 7 is multiplied by k. As we know, this term is odd. This one also is odd. So this product must be odd. This means k must be odd. So this one is telling us I will have 2 possibilities. I will have 2 to the z minus 1 equals 7 as a small number can tick, and the other equation will have 2 to the z plus 1 equals k. Okay, so by moving over this one to the right, I will get 2 to the z equals 7 plus 1, which is 8. 8 is the same as 2 to the cubed. Okay, this means z equals 3. Okay, if z equals 3, I'm going to take this value of z and insert it into the original equation to see what's the y value. We'll have 120 plus 7 to the y equals 11 cubed. 11 cubed is same as 1331. Equivalent 7 to the y is the same as 1331 minus 120. Okay, 1211. Okay, 1211 is not a power of 7, which is contradiction. Which means for this equation, which means y is not superior to 1 as an assumption. So let's put this one by the way of contradiction. We suppose y is superior to 1. The problem, we found the contradiction, which means y is not superior to 1, but y must be equal to 0. Okay, but we are not finished yet because we have taken only one possibility. Let's check the other possibility. Okay, let's consider if 2 to the z minus 1 equals not 7 equals k this time. We'll have 2 to the z plus number 1 equals 7. So I'm simply, this is very straightforward, because 2 to the z equals 7 minus 1, which is 6. 6 is not the power of 2, which means is a contradiction also, which means y is not superior to 1, y must be equal to 0. So both possibilities indicated, both possibilities took us to the contradiction, which means y equals 0. If y equals 0, we already taken x equals 5. I'm simply going to find z. So by solving that equation, 11 to z equals 120 plus 7 to the 0, because we found the y equals 0, which means 121. 7 to 0 is 1. 121 is the same as 11 square. Now we found z equals 2. We have the pair of the solutions. We have x equals 5 and y equals 0 and z equals 2. Okay? But we don't finish yet. We need another case, because we have considered, if you remember, we have solutions if you have x is superior to 7. We have the solutions if x is inferior to 6, but we need another case if x equal to 6. I'm going to reduce this code and move on to the next case. If x equals 6 implies 6 factorial is the same as 720 plus 7 to the y equals 11 to the z. Okay? So I'm almost going to do the same thing here by reducing this equation to the mod 7. So 720, if I'm going to reduce this one to mod 7, so if you take a look carefully, 720 is the same as 700 is multiplied by 7 plus 20. Okay? Also, this 20 equals, I'm going to reduce this one to mod 7. I will get this one 0, I will get here 0, I will get 6 as a reminder. So by reducing to the mod 7, I will have 11 to the z is a congruent to 0. This one is automatically 0. So we will have 11 to the z is a congruent to 6 mod 7. Okay? 11 is the same as 7 plus 4 to the z is a congruent. So as we know, this 7 equals to 0, so we'll have this one is a congruent to the 4 to the z is a congruent to the 6 mod 7. Okay, I'm going to do the chart as I did before. This one, the value of this one will have 0 because 4 to the 0 is 1, 4 to the 1 is 4, 4 to the 2 is 16, 16 is 2 more 14, which is 2, 4 to the 3, which is 64, 64 is 1 more 63, 4 to the 4 is 16 is multiplied by 16, which is 4 square is multiplied by 4 square, 4 square is 2, 2 is multiplied by 2, which is 4. Okay, also I have 4 here. Let's take number 5, 4 to the 5 equals 4 cubed, for example, is multiplied by 4 squared, 4 cubed, it was number 1, number 1 is multiplied by 4, it was number 1, 4 squared, it was 2, so I will have 2 as a remainder here, okay? So if you take a look carefully, this one you keep repeating, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, and so on and so forth, okay? So what does mean? There is absence of number 6 in this set, okay? Since we won't find the 6 as a remainder, which means this is not a solution, which is impossible to have a solution for this equation, okay? This is impossible. So finally, the solution that we have, it was x equals 5 and y equals 0 and z equals 2, okay? Which is verifying this equation. Sorry for the audio of this video because I got lost my mic. Anyway, if you have any suggestion or question, just put it in the comment section below. So don't forget to support us with your like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you next video. Bye.